on digital marketing for career and business growth. My name is Pradeep Chopra, and I'm one of the co-founders and CEO at Digital Vidya. I really want to welcome you to this exciting session. And depending upon your time zone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Let me start by a quick introduction about myself and Digital Vidya. I graduated from IIT Delhi in 1999, then worked in TCS in Mumbai as a software engineer before starting our first venture in the year 2000, along with two of my batchmates from IIT Delhi. And in that venture, 16 years back, almost 17 years back, we had accidentally touched the power of digital marketing. So let me share the story behind that. By the way, to give you better experience of the bandwidth and screen visibility, I'm going to put my video off, right? Great. Now, as I was sharing with you, 18 years back, we accidentally touched the power of digital marketing. How did that happen was, in our first venture, which we had started, we had created an educational product meant for IT professionals and students, and we wanted to promote that. All we knew 18 years back was we could use various conventional channels, and we tried everything possible, including giving an ad in newspaper, distributed leaflets. We also visited around 150 IT training institutes like NIT, Aptech, but 3 months into the business, with all that effort and hard work, we couldn't sell even one license of our product. Now, while we were trying so hard and literally struggling, I still remember it was January 18, 2001. When we came to our office in the morning, we discovered someone had bought our product from US at almost 5 times the price we were trying so hard to sell in India. And later we discovered that first sale had happened through search engine optimization or SEO, which is an integral part of digital marketing. And that's how our journey into the world of digital marketing began. Within 3 years, we could create a global brand. We could reach to almost $500,000 revenue within 4 years. Given it was all online, mostly international, it was extremely profitable. And from then until 2009, we were sharing our experience and expertise with other professionals, entrepreneurs, fellow batchmates, and we were doing that more informally. And in 2009, a friend of ours suggested that if we could do something formally, others would be greatly benefited out of our experience. That's how the idea about Digital Vidya came into existence. So we launched Digital Vidya in 2009, and since then, we are up to the mission of helping organizations and individuals like you learn and leverage digital marketing for your career and business growth. This has been a very exciting journey. Last year, we had celebrated our 8th anniversary, and we had used this cake to celebrate our 8th anniversary. And every year, our cake reflects the latest changes in digital media. Like we added Snapchat to it. Earlier, we added mobile. I'm sure this year's cake is going to have WhatsApp, and probably we'll see something else as well. We are very proud of the contribution we have been able to make as part of this journey. I think more than 30,000 people are contributed through more than 2,000 digital marketing training programs. And those people representing over almost 15,000 organizations and institutions across the world. And I think at least 60 countries as we last counted. Now, in this journey, there are lots of milestones we are proud of. One of them is we partnered with Google in India as their digital marketing training partner. Now, Google has almost 2,500 to 3,000 partners, but all of those partners, and we are one of them, are partners because we spend certain money on Google AdWords and we fulfill certain other criteria. And if someone pays too much amount, then they become a Google Premier partner. But the partnership I am talking about is different. Under this partnership, we lead various kinds of digital marketing training programs for various partners and clients of Google. And as part of this engagement, over 15 of our program leaders leads those kinds of programs. There are 4 of them who had gone to Google Singapore. This is a picture from there. They were directly trained by Google there. And that is one, I think we are the only company in India to have this partnership with Google. Likewise, 2 more milestones, 2 key partnerships in 2017. One, we partnered with Facebook to jointly create a Facebook marketing certification program, which is now part of CDMM program. On completion of our CDMM program, without taking any additional exam or paying any additional fee, participants of our program get this joint certificate from Facebook and Digital Vidya. Likewise, we created a content marketing course in association with LinkedIn. And this is also part of our CDMM program. And this is another exclusive certification participants of our CDMM program gets. So that's a brief background about myself and Digital Vidya. Now I want you to introduce yourself, and how you're going to do that is through this poll. And I want every one of you to respond to this poll. And not just this poll, every question I may ask, I want every one of you to respond, right? So I'm going to give you a few seconds so that all of you could respond, and then we will move forward, right? So go ahead, guys. Okay, guys, I can see 76% of you have already voted. Let me wait for a few more seconds. By the way, I have two more requests. Given there are a lot of people and there is certain amount of content I want to cover, and more important, I want to give you a lot of time for Q&A, I am going to move a little faster compared to our actual live sessions. So you will need to make sure you have focused attention. And one of the ways to do that is choosing a place which is quiet, which is silent, so that you can maximize the value of your time. Another, I'm assuming you have scheduled yourself to be part of this session till 4:30. That is the time when we officially plan to complete this, right? Now I can see 86% of you have already voted. Let me wait for last 3 seconds so that each one of you could respond, and then we are going to move forward. So let me do the reverse countdown for last 3 seconds, right? So it's 3, the final 2, the ultimate 1, and go. Great, thanks everyone. Here are the results. 11% of us are entrepreneurs, 19% are sales or marketing professionals, 6% are already into digital marketing, 47% students, and 16% belong to another category like IT professional. I think we have a reasonably distributed audience, and that will make this session even more interesting. Thanks everyone. We've introduced each other. What we are going to do is we are going to jump into the world of digital marketing. We will learn about some of the key digital marketing channels, and more important, learn through some real-time digital marketing case studies of businesses which have been able to use digital marketing for creating exceptional growth. Then I'll be walking you through 2 live exercises for you to experience the power of digital marketing yourself. The first is on Google Analytics, second is on Facebook advertisement. Then most important, I will be walking you through exciting career opportunities in digital marketing industry. What kind of salaries and roles people get in this industry, what kind of skills are needed, and most important, why today is the best time to be part of this industry than tomorrow. Then I'll be giving you an overview of our flagship digital marketing master certification program. I have a surprise for you today, and I will also give you a special gift about a step-by-step exercise for you to transform your LinkedIn profile. Whether you want to use LinkedIn for your career or business growth, your profile makes the biggest difference. And this exercise would help you create an effective LinkedIn profile. Towards the end, at around 4 o'clock, we'll get into active Q&A. Given all of you are on mute, at any point of time, you have a question, input, or observation, you're welcome to share it, and then if required in between, otherwise for sure, I will respond to all of your questions towards the end. But any point of time, if you have a question, input, or observation, you're welcome to, type it here, right? Great. Now, what we will do is we are going to directly jump into the world of digital marketing. And we'll start with this fundamental question. What is digital marketing? And I want some of you to share that on the microphone. And if you want to do that, you can raise your hand. I will unmute you, and then you can speak out. And when you respond, make sure you answer this question in a single sentence, right? Now I can see a couple of people who have already raised their hand, and Rachita, KP Singh, Sarang, Sushil, Anuj, Akshat, Rakesh, Runjun, Srichand. If there is anyone else who want to vote for, like you want to answer it, you can raise your hand. If you don't want to, you can unraise your hand. All right, so I'm starting with Arpita. Arpita, I have unmuted you. You can, Arpita, at your end, you are on mute. So can you unmute yourself? You will see an option. Yes, go ahead. In a single sentence, share what is digital marketing. Hello? Arpita? Looks like you had raised your hand earlier. Let me move to Rachita. Rachita? Yes, Rachita, if you want to answer it, can you unmute yourself? At your end, you are on mute again. So if you want to answer this, and others, by the way, I'm giving few people opportunity to share here. Otherwise, I want every one of you to type this in a single sentence on the question panel. What do you mean by digital marketing? Right? So you can do that. And yeah, here every one of you can type it. Right? Rachita looks like had raised their hand earlier. And Anuj, Anuj, I am unmuting you. Yes, Anuj, you can answer it.
Yeah, digital marketing is about by using the digital technology we can do marketing and
Okay, using digital
yeah.
technologies to do marketing is digital marketing. Sure, great. And by the way, there is no best, correct, or final answer. Nidhi, you wanted to answer it? I'm going to unmute you. You can answer it. Yes, Nidhi, go ahead.
Digital marketing is like advertising your products or your ideas online using internet anyways.
Got it. Great. Thanks, Nidhi. Thanks, everyone. By the way, I'll give more people opportunity to share later. There is no best, correct, or final answer. One of the ways to define digital marketing is this: the process of reaching out to and engaging with your customers or users through digital media is digital marketing. Now, if you notice here, there are two aspects which are highlighted. One is reaching out, and second is engaging with. Given this medium allows you to do both, like you can reach out and engage. Today, any organization can use digital media to fulfill multiple objectives like hiring new talent, retaining existing employees, doing market research, doing competitive analysis, and of course, all sales and marketing objectives like lead generation, brand building, customer acquisition can be fulfilled using digital marketing. For benefit of all of you, we'll keep the focus of this session on how can you learn and leverage digital marketing for your career and business growth. Now, with that, let's jump into the world of digital marketing and start learning about some of the key digital marketing channels. And one of the first channels we want to learn about is search marketing. When you search for a keyword like digital marketing on a search engine like Google, you get to see different sections of results, like this top one, the center one, the bottom one, and even on the right hand side. Now, I am going to launch another poll. And again, I would want every one of you to respond to this poll, which is which of these four sections is a function of search engine optimization or SEO results? And as I had shared earlier, even if you have no idea about the actual answer, still vote. Because if you have participated, then your recall about the right answer would be higher versus if you have not, right? So go ahead. I'm going to wait for another 5 seconds so that all of you could respond, and then we'll go ahead. Okay, guys, I can see 75% of you already responded. Let me do the reverse countdown for last 3 seconds, right? So it's final 3, the last 2, and the ultimate 1. Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. Here are the results. 62% of us said top, 1% right, 32% center, and 4% said bottom. As 32% of you said, search engine optimization or SEO results are the center part of a search engine result page. So SEO is a process of getting your website ranked on search engines for relevant keywords. And given here, you cannot directly use any money to influence your ranking. It is also called organic or natural search. While the results on the top and bottom and even on the right hand side are a function of SEM, which stands for search engine marketing. It is paid for part of search marketing. In case of Google, it's called Google AdWords. And given here, most popular pricing model is an advertiser pay to Google only when the visitor clicks on the ad, not when the person sees their ad. And that is also the reason it's also called pay per click or PPC advertisement. Now, there are advantages and disadvantages of each, and the best way is to cross leverage them. How? For example, you run your SEM campaigns, figure out which are your top performing keywords so that you focus on doing SEO for those keywords and you don't have to run ads for those keywords. Likewise, you want to cross leverage various other channels. What are other channels in digital? Of course, then is social media marketing. Now, social media includes various channels like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and when you use social media to promote a product or a service, you're doing social media marketing. And given social media is part of digital media, social media marketing is part of digital marketing. And later into this session, we will learn about some of the great examples of businesses which have been able to use social media for creating exceptional growth. Right, let's move forward. Then is email marketing. Now, for many of you, email marketing may be dead because of so much spam happening. Or email marketing is all about having a database, sending mailers, and seeing results. But trust me, first, even today, email marketing is one of the most effective channels, including for B2B businesses and almost all kinds of businesses you can think of. Second, email marketing is an ocean in itself, which includes first step, creating a relevant databases, and there are tools and techniques to do that. Once you have that, the next step is when you send mailer, what is the deliverability ratio you have? That means what percentage of your audience gets your mail in their inbox versus their spam box or junk box. That's a function of a lot of parameters like reputation of your domain, the IP address, even the content of your mailer. Then of all the people who get your mail, how many of them open it? So what is the open percentage you have? Followed by percentage of people who take an action you wanted them to take, maybe buying a product, maybe subscribing to a service or something else. And finally, being able to use relevant tools and metrics to be able to measure and continuously optimize the performance of your email marketing campaigns is the entire world of email marketing. And as I shared earlier, even today, email marketing is one of the most effective and profitable channels in digital. That's the reason we spend over 3 weeks on email marketing alone. And no wonder we get consistently one of the most positive feedbacks for email marketing module of our digital marketing certification program. Let's move forward. Then is inbound marketing. It is relatively a newer term coined by a company called HubSpot. There are various definitions of inbound marketing. One of the definitions, as I picked from Wikipedia, is inbound marketing refers to marketing activities that bring visitors in rather than marketers having to go out to get prospects' attention. So fundamentally, all tools and techniques for generating inbound interest and converting that interest to customers and even up to brand ambassadors in an online world would be constituted in inbound marketing. And as you see from this flow chart, inbound marketing is special for two reasons. First, it impacts the entire customer funnel, starting from a stranger to a visitor to a lead to a customer to a promoter. Second, it involves various other channels like blogging, social media marketing, call to action, landing page, email marketing. For these two reasons, inbound marketing is again a very, very integral part of digital media. And we spent over 4 weeks alone on this. And like email marketing, this is another module where we consistently get probably the highest rating ever. Then is mobile marketing. Now, mobile is big and expected to become even bigger. There are various aspects of mobile marketing like mobile SEO, mobile analytics, mobile AdWords, mobile email marketing, mobile responsive design, and an area called mobile application marketing, which is how do you promote a product or a service using mobile application. And as I shared, it's going to become even bigger. Now, these are some of the key digital media channels which are critical. Now, one of the key reasons why digital marketing is so special is because of the measurability, and that area is called web analytics. In digital marketing, you can measure the success of your campaigns in real time. And there are various tools to do that. One of the tools, which is one of the most effective and freely available tools, is Google Analytics. And I will give you a live experience of that. Right now, just follow me. I hope all of you can see my screen. When I'll give you a link, you will reach out here. You will need to log in through Gmail or Google account. You will see an option here, Access Demo Account. When you click on that, it will open a new window and you will come to a page like this. Here under the real-time option, you click on Overview, and then you will see real-time data about this site, which is Google Merchandise Store. It tells you there are 10 people right now. 60% is from desktop, 40% is from mobile. These are the size, these are the keywords, these are the pages, even these are the location. And this is the amount of time on each page. Now, this data is freely available to you in the form of Google Analytics. Now, I'm going to give you this exercise. What you have to do is you have to go to this URL. Now, this is a shortened URL. Let me share this URL with all of you. People on desktop would see this link, which is clickable on your questions panel. You can click on that. Those who are on mobile will get another link, which I am sharing now, Not clickable though. Now, if you see this is a shortened URL, what you have to do is after going to the page which takes this URL lands you into, click on access demo account. Once you do that, it's open a new window. On the left hand side, under the overview part, click on real time. Then if you are able to reach to the screen I had shared, then let me know that you have reached there. That is it I want to do you to do right now. Post this session, you can spend as much time on this. You will be amazed to see the level of data Google Analytics offers you in real time and free of cost. Right? So go ahead, guys. I'm going to give you 30 seconds for you to do that, and then we are going to move forward. Right? Yeah. So yes, inbound marketing is generating inbound interest rather than going outward and converting that interest to customers and even up to brand ambassadors. Right? Great. So guys, couple of more seconds so that all of you could complete it. It's not about you getting all of you being able to do it. If you can, great. Otherwise, you have this URL with you, and you can spend as much time on this later. Right? Yeah. So you will need to be logged in through Gmail. Then click on access demo account. Guru Kamal, what's the problem you got? I've shared the link with all of you. That link should help. Right? So it's a shortened URL. I hope all of you got this. Right? Okay, I'm going to wait for another 10 seconds. And those who are able to reach to that screen as I had shared, you let me know. Like under real time, click on overview screen. On the first screen, click on access demo account. And then on this screen, under real time, click on overview. Once you are reached here, let me know. Yeah, you will need to be logged in through your Gmail or any of the Google accounts. Right? That's what is needed. That's it. Okay, guys, couple of more seconds, and my request, wherever you are, start finishing up and come back, because we'll need to cover more stuff. And as I shared, today I'm going to move faster. Imagine if we had 3 hours of session, I would have given you all the time to do it. You could have asked all your questions about it as well. Got it. Sonali, Sumita, and others, thank you for confirming, right? Yeah, you have to click on overview under real time, right? Harsh and others, thanks guys, thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. Under click real time, you click on overview, you will see the screen. Now, wherever you are, please come back so that we want to cover more stuff. Now, I want to talk to you about real life examples of businesses which have been able to use digital media for their growth. And the first area I want to talk to you about is remarketing. All of you would have experienced it. Some of you may be aware about it. Let me share a personal experience. As I shared in the beginning, since 2009, we have been doing various kinds of digital marketing training programs, including customized workshops for organizations and institutions across the world. One of the programs in the past we had done was for IIM Raipur, and we were to travel for that workshop from Delhi, and we saw goavivo.com had the lowest price for Indigo airline ticket, so we were to do that booking. However, on the final page of the transaction, couple of ₹100 asked at some taxes, which made it expensive, so we did not complete the transaction and we exited goavivo.com. Within few seconds of exiting goavivo.com, when we were browsing various other websites, we saw this ad. If you notice, this ad is served to us in real time on a lot of other websites through Google AdWords. This ad is from goavivo.com, New Delhi to Raipur, Indigo airline. What is special to notice is exclusive ₹700 discount, which was available through this ad, not on their website. And not just on other websites, including on Facebook. This ad is from Delhi to Raipur, goavivo.com. So remarketing or retargeting allows you to reach out to your audience who had visited your website earlier but did not take an action you wanted them to take. I'm sure many of you would be recalling similar experiences, including with Digital Vidya. And now you will be able to recall and know what is remarketing, right? So it is one of the greatest trends in online advertising, and I thought of sharing with you. Then online reputation management is one of the kinds of profiles people get who work in digital marketing industry. This is again a real life example of Sania Mirza, who's a brand ambassador for OnePlus 3T. She was promoting OnePlus 3T by tweeting this. Not really a techie, but totally in love using OnePlus 3T. She did not realize her tweet carried this tag called Twitter for iPhone. So she was promoting OnePlus 3T, but actually using iPhone. Now that was a very, very embarrassing situation. for both Sania Mirza and brand OnePlus. In that situation, how does she respond? How does brand respond to minimize the damage? Is the entire world of online reputation management. People who know and learn social media analytics, listening, and other parts are the ones who get this kind of role. And this is one of the kinds of profiles you get to play if you are part of this industry. I thought of sharing with you so that you could, visualize the kind of work you will be doing if you are part of this industry, right? Let's move forward. Now, this is a very interesting example of a business called Fasos, who's into selling rolls, kebabs, wraps. Their business come from home delivery. And in the past, they had launched a system called Tweet to Order, which allows their customers to order from them on Twitter. Parallel example would be Domino's. You call Domino's from your phone number. Domino's may already know your name and address. Similarly, for the first time, when you register with Fasos, along with your unique Twitter handle, you will share your phone number, name, and address. Once you are registered, you want to order from them. What would you need to do? You will just have to tweet. So you will say @Fasos for wraps. That's it. Now, I want each one of you to share by typing in two things. First, the advantages this system offer for customers like you. Second, advantages this system offer for Fasos as an organization. Right? So go ahead. You don't have to speak. You have to type in the advantages of this system for Fasos customers like you and for Fasos as an organization. I'm going to wait for a few seconds again so that all of you could do that, and then we will move forward. And while you're doing that, I also want to let you know that the system was being built by one of our program leaders who leads the social media marketing module of our program. And that's how we got to know more about Fasos success. And this had helped Fasos increase their sales by over 10%. I can see responses coming in. Shrishti says, for us, it's convenience. For Fasos, it's visibility. Sure, this is one of the best examples of word of mouth marketing. When you are ordering from them, you are letting your Twitter network know about them. Abhishek says, can improve the taste with online feedback. Yeah, because you are interacting real time with real customers, there are a lot of customer insights. Vivek says, faster communication, direct contact with customers. Sonali says, they can reach out to a larger market. Sure, Runjum says, advantages for customer, it's convenient. Vivek says, consumer behavior analysis at real time. Sure. Bhushan says, easy to place an order, seems to targeting younger audience. Ajay says, speed, comfort, and convenience. No confusion, no difference, menu choice. Arvind says, Nishant says, easy, quick, no extra app for Fasos, using existing app, no extra downloads. Sonali also says feedbacks, reviews, convenience, and makes it easier for customer. Praveen says customer relations work for marketing. Nidhi says best way to take feedback. Then Runjum says larger reach is readily available. Sushba says customer becomes a brand ambassador. Ajay says they make everything comfortable. Anuj says simple and easy to use. Mehul says ordering you at your convenience and reach out. Sumita says for us it's real-time ordering. For Fasos it's a larger reach. Srichand says, how can I make career in this? Srichand, I'll answer that question. Don't worry, that will get answered. Right? Now, as I shared, this had helped Fasos increase their sales by over 10%. Now, Twitter being so simple can be used in a lot of creative ways like this, right? Let's move forward. Now, one more example of a business called Car Deco. Now, one of the key reasons for their success was they leveraged SEO to create huge and massive reach. Now, as I shared earlier, SEO is a process of getting a website ranked on search engines for relevant keywords. If you want to target millions of visitors through SEO, you need to spend time, money, and effort to hire content writers to be able to create lots of content. Now, that takes effort. Instead of doing that, headquartered in Jaipur, Car Deco launched an internship program and asked people who were interested in learning content writing, content marketing, blogging, especially those who are passionate about automobiles and cars, to become part of that. And those interns became their content writers. Through them, they could create a site with lakhs of pages, could target millions of visitors, and got multi-million-dollar revenue. That is the reason they are valued over $450 million today. Ratan Tata has personally invested in them. And interestingly, they charge from those interns. So instead of having a cost center of content writers, they had a profit center of interns and yet could fulfill their objective. Amit Jain, who's their CEO, is my classmate from IIT Delhi. I was speaking to him a couple of weeks back and he was sharing more about their success. Now, I wanted to share all of these examples to demonstrate the power of digital marketing. Whether you are a small business or a large organization, whether your customers are in India or abroad, whether you are a B2C or B2B, whether you want to use social search, email, this medium works. Now what we will do is we'll experience again the power of digital marketing through this live exercise on Facebook advertisement. Now, one of the key advantages of Facebook advertisement is it allows you to target people based on a lot of parameters: age, location, gender, relationship status, social connection, occupation, even education. There are some predefined interest in behavior categories like entertainment, food and drink, hobbies, even based on the device from which people are accessing Facebook. You want your ad to be seen only by people who are checking Facebook through iPhone 8, you can do that. Your ad to be seen only by people who are currently traveling, you can do that too. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch this another poll. And again, I want every one of you to respond to this question, which is how many users about 25 years are in India on Facebook? As I had shared earlier, even if you have no idea what the actual answer is, still vote, because your recall about the right answer would be higher if you have participated versus if you have not, right? So go ahead, guys. I'm going to wait for a few more seconds so that all of you could respond, and then we will move forward, right? Okay, I can see 73% of you already voted. Let me wait for last 3 seconds, right? That will pull you into action, those who have not yet responded. So it's final 3, the last 2, and the ultimate 1. Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. Here are the results. 3% less than 25, 15% 25 to 50, 35% 50 to 100, 24% 100 to 250, and 23% of you said more than 250 million. Wow, great. Thanks, everyone. I hope all of you are able to see my screen. I will give you shortly an opportunity to do it yourself. When you do it, you will reach to the screen. Here you will ask to choose marketing objective. You can choose traffic, and then you do continue. On the following screen, initially it may say create an account. You say yes. People on mobile may not be able to do that, but others who are on desktop or laptop, you can do it. So India is already chosen, all gender. Let's first check total number of users. 13 is the minimum age. The number on the right hand side is 300 million. That's really, really huge. We wanted to find out 25 years plus audience. That number is likely to be serious audience for a lot of businesses. That itself is 160 million. That's really, really huge, right? That is the reason why Facebook advertisement even today offers so much early mover advantage. Now, what you have to do is you have to tell me, by following the same process, how many men about 25 years are in Delhi on Facebook. This is a shortened URL. I've shared this URL with all of you. You can check your questions panel. People on mobile will see a link which is not clickable. I'm sharing second time. The second time link I'm sharing is not clickable. The first time would be clickable. Yeah, so you have to do the steps I had shared on the first screen. You may have to say create my account. It won't ask for payment details. It won't ask for you to start an ad, and then you choose your marketing objective. There you choose traffic, and then you do continue. On the following screen, you will have an option to do the targeting, and that's where you will get the number. So here, for example, I can do it for Mumbai for all of those who have not been able to do it or who may not have access to it, right? So I'm checking for Mumbai, and if you see the number here, I've already chosen Mumbai. I've chosen men, and the number on the right hand side is 60. It's coming. It will probably, it's taking some time. The number should be around 65, 68, 60 lakhs. Yeah, now it will. Interestingly, for men it's not showing. For women it's showing 27 lakh. All are also I'm so the answer is around 68 lakh. That's interesting, right? So for Delhi the number should be similar. So what you have to do is you have to follow the same steps. You have to choose men, and then you see the number. And once you've got the number, type in on your questions panel so that I know you've been able to do it. I'm going to give you 30 seconds so that all of you could do it, and then we will move forward, right? So a few more seconds, guys, and you follow the steps. People on mobile may not be able to do it, but you anyways have this URL. You can spend as much time on this to check even more details about the level of targeting Facebook offers post this session. You'll be amazed to see the level of targeting Facebook ads offer. I shared some of those options, right? And you will see more and more of them. Got it. So I can see responses pouring in. I would still wait for another few seconds. Yeah, the correct answer is around 60 lakh. And then do we move forward. Yeah, so you say yes, create an account, and you will need to be on desktop or a laptop. Then choose traffic as a marketing objective. Then you do follow up next page, choose men, choose Delhi, 25 as minimum wage. You will see number on the right hand side. So 66 lakhs is the right answer. Yes, Niket, and I will answer that question as well. Right, guys, last 5 seconds, wherever you are, my request, come back, post this session, you have as much time. Because now we want to move to career, followed by other aspects, including giving you time for Q&A, that surprise, and that gift as well, right? So last 3 seconds, guys. It's 3. I can see many of you have got the answer. That's so great. It's 2, the final one, and great. Thanks, everyone. Now we want to go through career opportunities in digital marketing industry. I am being reminded of the time, which was early 2000. That was a time of IT industry. People who got into IT industry could really accelerate their career very fast at that point of time. Why? Because there was so much demand and very little talent available. Someone who has done 6 months software certification program could go to US because of that demand and supply gap. The similar demand and supply gap exists today in digital marketing industry. Every week we are being approached by brands and agencies who are looking at hiring people, and there are not enough recommendations we have. And that is the reason why you want to be part of this industry today than tomorrow. Now there are various advantages. One of the advantages is, it's like if someone asks you, is Facebook allowed in your office? You would probably be able to say, that's my work, I'm being paid for it. Now, depending upon your interest, there are 3 kinds of job opportunities you can take up. First, you can work with a digital marketing agency. There you work with multiple clients, you get more broader or external exposure. Or you can work with an individual brand, going more deeper, more inward. Or you can get into a platform or a tool provider like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Depending upon your education qualification, your work experience, your understanding and skills in digital marketing, you will get different titles and salary. Someone who may not be even a graduate starts as a digital marketing executive with 0 to 1 year experience, gets anywhere between 1.5 to 4 lakh annual salary. Then you move to a specialist role, to a team lead role, to a strategist or analyst role, to a digital marketing head role with 5 to 10 years experience, and gets anywhere between 10 to 30 lakh salary. Now, this does not take into consideration people coming from exceptional education background, exceptional work experience, and most important, exceptional skills in digital marketing industry. Those kind of people working in large corporates and high growth startups, even in India, gets 1 crore plus salary. And that's really, really huge. That's why I was saying today is the best time to be part of this industry, right? Now, before we get into that Q&A, that surprise and gift, I want to walk you through the opportunity of our flagship digital marketing master certification program. As you would have seen, it's an instructor-led online classroom program. These are the 3 upcoming batches, a batch starting from this Saturday, then Sunday, and then Tuesday and Thursday. The timings for the live session for Saturday and Sunday is 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. For Tuesday and Thursday to 9:30 p.m. All of this is India Standard Time. The default duration of this program is 6 months, but if you want to do faster, you can do it in 3.5 months. The program comprises of over 240 learning hours. The course curriculum includes 6 of the core modules. Each of these modules is covered in depth, taught anywhere between 3 to 5 weeks each. And there are 10 specialization modules, including Facebook marketing module, which is 4 weeks program, content marketing module, affiliate marketing, freelancing and digital marketing, e-commerce marketing, and all of that. Now, you also get exclusive access to industry interaction sessions in the form of experts plugged in. There are a maximum of 30 seats in each batch. That's why there are last few seats available for these 3 upcoming batches. Now, individually, each of these core modules or even Facebook marketing module has a fee of anywhere between 11,900 to 14,900 plus service tax. If you do one by one, you will end up paying over 1 lakh rupee. Sometime back when Facebook marketing was not part of this program, we had a special fee of 69,000. Now, for right now, Facebook marketing is also part of this program, and we have even special fee of 58,882 rupees. Now, for you to have a really hands-on, practical, enriching experience, we give you a lot of special privileges, including 80,000 worth digital marketing tools free of cost. Once you take your CDMM exam, you get a joint certificate from Digital Vidya and V Skills, WeSkills is a government of India initiative. Now, these are the kind of tools you get: an SEO tool, analytics, SEM tool, social media, listening, push notification, and even $100 AWS credit. Now, the kind of people who learn digital marketing, who works in various kinds of companies, includes people who want to do very well in career, like Raj, Karan, Harun are part of our program. They were able to go to Dubai doing very well. She got placed in India in VLCC with 7 lakh package. Some very, very senior people like VP Media, Star Director Microsoft, a lot of celebrities, RJ Simran, then Anjum Gupta, who's a Indian women cricket team ex-captain, then Travel Triangle founding team, a lot of other entrepreneurs, business owners who were part of our program. They could leverage successfully online marketing. They have already raised, I think, $20 million and doing really, really well. Lots of students like Charvi Manoj doing very, very well across all streams: BBA, MBA, BTech, MCA, graduates, non-graduate, even those who have done 12th class, we've seen participating in our programs. The kind of companies where people work at, including, Digital Vidya, like we regularly hire from our participants. Otherwise, almost all kinds of companies you can think of, including Google, LinkedIn as well, all technology companies, FMCG companies, internet companies, because those are the companies where digital marketers work today. Now, this program helps you get various certifications, including a lot of exclusive certifications. First, you get a certificate of completion for the 6 core modules. Once your program is completed, you get the 7 certification about the completion of the entire program. Once you take your CDMM exam, you get a joint certificate, which is an exclusive certificate from Digital Vidya and WeSkills. Then Facebook marketing is part of this program, and you get this exclusive certificate from Digital Vidya and Facebook. It is a joint certification, and another exclusive certification, which is from LinkedIn and Digital Vidya. Now, this program also helps you thoroughly prepare for various other industry certifications. First, HubSpot inbound marketing certification, 7 of the Google AdWords certification, and a Google Analytics certification as well. Now, let me help you visualize how do you realize your objective in this journey. Now, first thing we do is we profile you. We understand your background and also your objectives. Now, your learning begins the moment you start this journey with us, because you will get exclusive access to a learning management system where you will start to receive various kinds of learning material. Now, first thing you do in this program is you create your own blog or a website, because that is a foundation step for you to create an effective learning structure. Right? So this is first thing you do. You create your own blog or a website so that subsequently, whatever you're learning, you are practicing everything hands-on. This program includes over 240 learning hours, including 10 hours. Like that equates to 10 hours per week if you've chosen a 6 months module. Now, this includes over 140 hours of hands-on practical experience. This also gives you exclusive research-based remote internship program. I'll shortly talk about that. You get various certifications, including, I think, 12 industry certification. And we have a dedicated placement cell, which provides 100% placement assistance to relevant audience. Now, I want to share something from my own experience about how do we jump onto opportunities. Each one of us are continuously presented with new opportunities. However, most of the times, we say that once this gets taken care, once that gets taken care, I will jump on. And in a lot of the cases, that one day never comes. So what had happened with me in the past was when I was doing my first job in TCS after IIT, I was in Mumbai, I had got a job in US. And I had come to Delhi, my hometown, and I was waiting for my visa for that job in US. 2 of my batchmates approached me and asked, we are looking at starting something of our own. Would you like to join? Now, that was a very, very tough decision or choice. One side, I had a cushy job in US, another side, unknown world of entrepreneurship. There was no support from family. But despite all odds, I made the call to choose to be an entrepreneur. And today, I'm very, very happy that I made that call. Because if I had not, most likely I would have continued to remain in job. And I'm telling you based on my experience with a lot of my batchmates who have been saying next year, next year, next year. And that next year for most of them hasn't come. Why I'm sharing this with you today is today you are presented with an opportunity of transforming your life using digital marketing. And I don't want you to push that like the way you push opportunities in your real life. Right? So now there is not much of content anyways. I have started my video again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch this another poll. And I would want each one of you to respond to this poll, whatever your choice is. My personal suggestion as a guide, mentor, if you genuinely believe that digital marketing can help you grow in your career or business, choose a specific date and then stick to it. If you are sure that digital marketing is of no use for you, you're welcome to choose a final option. All right. So that's my request and a personal suggestion. Now, while you're responding to this, I will answer a couple of questions before we get into that surprise and that gift. Now, some of you had asked a question that I don't know anything in digital marketing right now. Would I be able to cope up? Great question, guys. When you start this journey with us, we don't assume any prior knowledge of digital marketing. So there is no prerequisite of any previous digital marketing knowledge, right? So that's not a constraint. Likewise, there is no constraint of any education qualification. And some of you had asked a question about, I don't know programming or coding. Would I be able to cope up? Again, great question. The maximum you need to know is HTML as a digital marketer. That takes 2 hours. We will take care of that. Otherwise, you don't need any programming, coding, or technology experience, right? So that's also not a constraint. By the way, 68% of you have already chosen. And those who have not chosen, I request all of you to choose. And as I shared earlier, my personal recommendation is choose a specific date, right? So that then you know when is your journey beginning and what are you entering into, right? Great. Now, while you're doing that, let me ask a couple of more questions. Many of you had asked that I want to do this program in 3.5 months. How can I do that? Sure. So as I had shared, there are 3 batches. There is a Saturday batch, there is a Sunday batch, there is Tuesday and Thursday batch. If you choose a default mode, you will choose one of the batches and it will take around 6.5 months. Now, if you want to do faster, you will choose 2 batches. Say you will choose Saturday and Sunday or a weekday and a weekend. Now, if you're choosing that, it can complete your program in around 3.5 months. By the way, for better utilization of bandwidth, I put my video off, right? So that you can have a better utilization, right? Now, if you've chosen that 3 months mode, what would that mean is you need to spend around double the time every week. So other than the time for your live sessions, you will need to have around 6 to 8 hours of time for doing the live exercises, because that's where the real learning happens. So if you can spare that much time, you're most welcome to choose that 3 months module. For that, you will need to choose right now just one module. That takes care of that, right? I hope that question is also answered. Now, by the way, I can see you have 84% of you have already voted. 16% are still to go. And while you're doing that, 16% who have not yet voted, let me answer one more question about research-based remote internship opportunity. So as I can see, most of you are looking at starting this journey over this weekend. Assuming you start, say, on Saturday, then what happens in the middle of your program, your internship process would begin. How do you do that is every week you are being taught about a concept, tool, or a case study, or all of them. Now, after your live session, you will choose a concept, tool, or a case study. Do research on that concept, tool, or case study. Present your research in the form of a blog post. We give you special training about that, including how do you promote that, content marketing, all of that. Now, it helps you in multiple ways. If your blog post meets the quality parameters of an effective blog, it goes live on our site with your name. Now, it helps you reinforce your learning about that area. It helps you build your own portfolio, and without paying any additional fee or exam, you get the additional certificate of internship. So that helps you move forward in your career. So that's an opportunity of internship program. Now, 92% of you have already voted. I'm going to wait for last 3 seconds. And those 8% who have still not voted, I request you to do that. And then we will move forward, right? So it's final 3, the last 2, and the final 1. Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. Now, I want to give you this, I think, important slide about why instructor-led online is the best mode to learn digital marketing. I'm sure to a lot of extent you would have already experienced it, but let me share all the obvious and some not so obvious advantages, and I'll share how did we get into delivering our programs online. So when we started our journey in 2009, we used to do a 2-day social media marketing workshop. because our audience wanted an answer to why social media, and for that the workshop was sufficient. But over a period of time, that question got expanded from why social media to how digital marketing. And we realized for us to answer that question, we will need to offer a long-term course. A long-term course would mean series of sessions, and given the kind of people who participate, given we are talking of online marketing, given education was moving online, we thought, why can't we, learn and teach digital marketing in an online format? And in 2011, we started doing pilot with online sessions. From 2011 to 2013, we continued to do the pilot, and there was some obvious and some not so obvious advantages. Let me share all of them. First, because it's online, you don't miss even a single session. You could be traveling anywhere in the world. Even if you miss, you get recording of every session. Even after your program is completed, we continue to share with you recording of future sessions. So we provide you lifetime access. Now, another advantage is you learn from the comfort of your place. It saves a lot of precious time and money. Imagine if you were to go for 30 to 50 classes and you have to travel for that. Other than time and money, the effort, the sweat it will take, or the cold it will bring in locations which are so weather centric. Now, another big advantage is everything is online, right? You have your live instructor-led sessions. Between your live sessions, you have assignments, exercises. Because it's online, it's a far efficient structure. And you will also have a phone access to your course coordinator as well. Now, another big advantage is there are people from multiple locations, and that makes your course curriculum, your learning even more enriched. The biggest reason is this. As this program got expanded to so many areas, we realized we would need to have around 15 program leaders for every batch, because all of our program leaders have anywhere between 5 to 15 years experience, typically some of the best minds in the industry. Now, getting even 5 of them in a single series is impossible. That was the reason why in 2013, we decided to stop doing classroom programs. And since 2013, we've been successfully doing only instructor-led online classroom program. That is the reason today at any point of time, over 1,500 participants across 50 geographies regularly participate parallelly in over 50 sessions. And one of the reasons for doing this session is for you to experience it yourself. Now, as I had shared earlier, in our live sessions compared to today's session, it's going to be far more interactive. You will have much more time. Today I was relatively faster, right? Now I want to share about that gift and a surprise. As I shared earlier, one of the advanced areas in mobile marketing is mobile application marketing, which is how do you promote a product or service using mobile application. Now, based on the request of our participants, we launched an advanced course on mobile app marketing, which has over 20,000 as the fee. Today, you have this exclusive opportunity. If you register into CDMM program by 7 p.m., by paying your full fee, which is already a very, very special fee of only 58,882, you get access to everything, all the modules I shared, including specialization modules, including Facebook marketing course, and this mobile app marketing course worth over 20,000 rupees. This is a URL which can help you register yourself. You can choose the mode of registration, and from anywhere right now till 7 o'clock, you can do that. And this will also ensure that you have got access to the upcoming 3 batches, because there are last few seats available. I've shared the link with all of you there. You can check your questions panel and you will find it there. If you have any question about this, I'll be more than happy to answer that, right? Great. Now let me move forward. And I want to talk to you about is giving you this exercise. Right now, what you have to do is you have to go to this URL and register using one of the 2 options, preferably LinkedIn. Now, what will this do is it will give you an access to an exercise which is otherwise available to the participants of our program. Right now, you go there, register yourself, and then confirm to me that you are able to do that. Once you're able to do that, let me know and we'll move forward. You don't have to do anything else, because once you are registered, you will get a step-by-step instruction over your email, which will help you create an effective LinkedIn profile over 2 to 3 hours of effort. And that would be very, very relevant for you, right? So go ahead, guys, couple of more seconds. I've shared the link with all of you, and you just have to register. And then we'll get into active Q&A, right? Okay, couple of more seconds. And those who are able to register, just tell me here so that then I can move forward. Yes, Gaurav, you can do that. However, for you to get an exclusive access to mobile app marketing certification, you will have to register today by 7 p.m. by paying the full special fee. Right? Okay. Okay, guys, couple of more seconds. Those who are able to register, just let me know so that then I can move forward. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds, and wherever you are, my suggestion is just complete it faster because we want to get into active Q&A, and I want to spend almost half an hour doing that alone. And that was the reason I was moving a little faster. Right? Okay, so last 5 seconds, guys. Let me do the reverse countdown. Right? You just have to register. You go to this URL, register using one of the two options. You will just have to say yes to your LinkedIn profile. It won't take any details in terms of ID or password. It will just ensure that you are registered. You will not need to remember your ID and password. Right? Okay, got it. Got it, Abhishek. So you're starting your journey on 16 June. Got it. Okay, perfect. Yes, sure, Aprajita, you can do that. My colleagues would help you take care of that, and they will help you participate and take care of your registration even today. Right? So I've shared the link with all of you guys. I'm doing that again for this. And let me do the reverse countdown for last 3 seconds. Right? So it's 3, the final 2, and the last 1. Those who are able to do, can you all just say yes or done? So that I know there are enough people who have been able to do that. I could get some responses, but I want few more responses to be sure that, yeah, got it. Right? Okay, guys, I was giving 1 or 2 more seconds so that, perfect. Now I want to get into active Q&A, and I'm going to answer some of your commonly asked questions through this slide. Now, this is about the opportunity of digital marketing based on first your job profile if you are a professional. Now, that could include marketing if you are from any of the areas like media, PR, content, advertising, branding, journalism. Given digital marketing is a critical part of marketing today, it is no more an option for you to learn digital marketing. Otherwise, to be very honest, to be very straight, you would be left behind. Second, if you are from sales, now salespeople may not be directly managing company's brand on digital media, but as a salesperson, you want to generate more leads, you want to convert more leads, you want to leverage your existing client relationships. All of that could be done far better if you know digital media. So that would help you grow in your profile. Now, a lot of companies allow salespeople to play a role in marketing as well. That could help you expand your profile. Then if you're from IT, that may include design, for example. Now, most of the design work is today for digital, so you don't have a choice but to learn digital, otherwise you'll be left behind. Then if you're from programming, coding, then marketing automation, technology marketing is a great opportunity because technology and marketing is becoming integrated. Then if you're from services background, IT services like IT technology services, given most of the projects are around digital transformation, your knowledge about digital marketing is going to help you differentiate among your peers and grow much faster. Then if you're from some other profession like HR, market research, do employer branding, and of course, lots you can do, including hiring using digital media. Now, these are some of the reasons which are relevant to these profiles. Now, there are some common advantages of learning digital marketing, which includes first, build or grow your personal brand because your personal brand makes a lot of difference and digital media is the biggest opportunity to do that. Second, you may want to do freelancing. Digital marketing can be executed remotely, thus freelancing is another big opportunity, independent of your profile. Third, you may have an entrepreneurial dream. Now, digital marketing alone will not make you successful, but definitely it is one of the core skills for any entrepreneur. Fourth, you may be able to expand your profile. Some companies may allow even salespeople to play a role in marketing. So those are some common reasons why you may want to learn digital marketing independent of your profile. Now let's look into opportunity of digital marketing based on your years of experience. First, if you are a student or a fresher, any stream, today is the best time if you want to build career in marketing or digital marketing. And I'm telling you based on our experience with you and IIM graduates who were part of our program. Now, you may be asking, I'm in first year, second, third, etc. When should I learn? You are anyway spending so much time on this medium. So whichever year you are, the earlier you acquire the skills, the better it is. Then if you are a professional up to 2 years experience, any profile you're from, you can switch easily. Like 2 years in finance, accounts, you want to switch, you can do that. But if you have many years of experience, say 5 years in finance, 10 years in general operations, in that case, if you try to position yourself as a digital marketer in short run, you would be still a fresher and it won't make sense. Right? So instead of doing that, the reasons I shared, including freelancing, realizing your entrepreneurial dream, may be able to expand your profile or build and grow your personal brand, are the 4 key reasons why anyone can leverage digital marketing. Right? Now we'll get into active Q&A, and I'm going to leave the screen open as some of you had asked some more details about the batch, etc. Now there are 2 ways you can ask your question. One, you can raise your hand. I'll be happy to unmute you and you can ask your question. Right now I can see Harsh, Anu, and Ayush who have raised their hand. Anyone else who wants to ask a question, you want to raise your hand, you can do that. Anyone of you who don't want to ask your question, if it is already answered, you can unraise your hand as well. Right? And we have enough time. Of course, if you already type your question, don't worry about typing it again. I will answer every question of yours. Right? Okay, I am starting with Ayush. Ayush, I have unmuted you. Can you unmute yourself and then ask your question? Yeah, Ayush, yes, go ahead.
Yes, yeah, just wanted to ask that when we begin with this course, so like we have to begin with website development, right? Because we'll market our websites only. That's the elementary part of digital marketing. So, would we learn, would we do that on WordPress or some sites like Wix, or would we do that on proper programming languages like HTML, JavaScript, or CSS, because I am a first year mechanical student from Thapar only, Thapar University, Patiala.
Got it, Ayush.
So,
I got your question. Now, you don't need to learn programming. See, HTML, JavaScript, CSS is simple. So what you do is you use WordPress, then you use a lot of plugins, then you use some other tools, but it does not require you to learn, say, programming like Python, JavaScript, and other complex languages. Because as a digital marketer, you don't need to know that.
I
So
know
that's the
that,
reason.
but if I think about as an entrepreneur, because if I start my own company, perhaps my mom is a doctor and I need to build her website, and we need to build a system wherein we can book online appointments, and we can have doctors live chatting and taking money. So we need a proper sort of a system wherein we need to have some backend support. And I've heard it from my friends that with WordPress, the backend support is generally not offered. Like it is in only some templates.
I got it.
Yeah.
Of course, you need a very, very flexible website with a lot of control. WordPress,
Yeah.
you can, like our website is on WordPress also, but it has a lot of other integration. Now, that is not the job of a digital marketer, right? So that is being done by other people in our organization. But to majority of extent, creating a good website with a lot of functionality, you can do it yourself.
Yeah, okay. So, but when we would learn the course, so we would have a project sort of a thing so that we can practice more upon that, or it's just theoretical. Just wanted to know that.
When you create a WordPress-based website, you have all effort in terms of putting analytics, integrating SEO, using various live tools to give you a lot of privilege to paid tools as well. So it's not a theoretical course. 140 hours of practical work you will do in this program I use.
Okay. So when we would start upon, we would like make our own blogs or something like that. So we would start upon a given project or our own project.
No, you will have your, like you will have your own blog or a website. You will create your content. You will use various tools. You will do some external websites analysis as well. Like we will do audit. So there are different kinds of work you will be doing. Right?
Okay. Right. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I am moving to Sonali. Sonali, I've unmuted you. You can ask your question. Yeah. Sonali, do you have a question for me?
Yeah, so hi. I wanted to ask that I'm not that good with numbers, and does it require a lot of numbers? Would web analytics require dealing with numbers?
Good question. Great. And thanks for being honest. Yeah. So there are certain areas in digital where numbers become important. And there are certain
Mhm.
areas where creativity becomes important. For example,
Correct.
social media is great for people who are creative, while analytics is great for people who are in numbers. Now, some basic level of analytics is not rocket science and does not require deep mathematical skills. Now, but if you want to say build career around marketing analytics, then of course
Mhm.
your sense with numbers is very important. So to answer your question, you have enough choices in digital marketing if you're not good in numbers, as well as if you're good in numbers. So your specialization area, core areas could be different. But basic analytics using Google Analytics, believe me, it's not at all a rocket science. Someone with basic awareness about how does digital media work would be able to pick up.
Okay. So
Okay,
I'm more of a creative person. So what would you recommend are the better career choices for me?
great. So there are two aspects to answer to this question. One, all of these areas are very, very connected. For example, if you want to do SEO well, your presence on social media makes a difference. Likewise, if you do say SEM very well, you generate a lot of leads. To nurture and convert those leads, email marketing, analytics, inbound becomes important. So first thing is, even if you want to choose certain areas based on your strength, your knowledge about other areas is critical. That's why you need to know everything in digital. Now, to answer your question, if you're great in creativity, then for example, areas like social media, content marketing, where you create content in the form of visual, in the form of video, in the form of images, infographics. So social and content are the two areas I would suggest you can then focus on. And of course, other areas you would still need some certain basic knowledge, and that you could have. And then anyone who wants to get deeper into that within that organization, there could be other people. Right, Sonali, does that answer your question?
Yeah, that answers my question, but I have one more question. So is this accepted worldwide? This digital Vidya course, is this accepted worldwide?
Okay, great question. By the way, in this course, what you do is you go through the depth of digital marketing in a real industry relevant area. Now, you get direct exclusive certification from Facebook. You get directly exclusive certification from LinkedIn. WeSkills is a Government of India initiative. And when you put some effort of taking the exam from Google and HubSpot, you get that as well. And I don't think there is any other large brand which is left out globally. But believe me, this area is new. More than the certification, people want to know how you have acquired the skills. Google AdWords certification is free, it's online, people can take it, but that largely tests your knowledge about Google AdWords, that too more conceptually. But in this program, when you have run a campaign, you share that knowledge, I think that is far more valuable than someone who has just taken the certification.
Definitely, I understand. Thank you.
Welcome, Sonali. Thank you for asking that. Let me move to someone else. Mehul, I have unmuted you. You can ask your question. Mehul, you are on mute at your end. Can you unmute and then ask me a question? Yeah, Mehul, you will see an option to unmute yourself in the interface you have. From your side, you are on mute. And others, guys who are typing your question, don't worry. I'll answer every question, even if that means extending the time a bit. Mehul, for any reason you're not able to unmute, that's fine. You can ask your question by typing in, and I'll be happy to answer. Harsh, I'm moving to you. Harsh, you can ask your question. Yeah, Harsh, do you have a question for me? Okay, looks like you had raised your hand earlier. Sushba, I am moving to you. You can ask your question. Sushba, you are on mute. Can you unmute? Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I have typed my question also. See, I have done 6.5 years. I have been in new product development, like in Kevin Care as a FMCG company. Okay, and normally an external agency has you appoint an external agency for all this. So yeah,
Yeah.
on a knowledge person, when you give a briefing also, it's very useful. Okay, I can understand. I'm doing this course. It is on a knowledge per se. It is really beneficial for me. So I will also know what the other agency can do. But if, for my career growth, or, to be very frank, for a CTC growth, when you are already on a 9 to 10, CTC, will it be helpful for me, or it is okay if I do if I don't do a course and get my knowledge, which is required for a, agency to give a brief to agency?
Great question. And I'm assuming that you are in marketing, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So say we've seen people from almost all FMCG companies. We have done customized programs for lots of FMCG companies, and FMCG is definitely one of the most active segments. And as you have shared, almost all large FMCG companies would have one or more agencies. Right now, FMCG companies typically have traditional marketing teams. They did not build their in-house team. That is the reason they have no choice to work with agencies. Now, it's progressing. Ideally, if you have an in-house team, that's always the best, because no other external company can understand your customers better than you. So the trend is all companies who have their agencies want their internal teams as well, who can play two things. One, as you shared, ensuring that agency is doing great job. And even for that, if you have just knowledge about digital marketing, your level of engagement with agency could be at a level X. But if you have skills in digital marketing, you would be at a different level in terms of what you're expecting from them, what they expect from you. Second, if you know digital marketing as a skill, you'll be able to play a role. Like, you will become far more valuable for your organization. So if I'm an FMCG company owner, I know digital marketing is important for me. I am hiring a traditional marketer, someone at higher experience. I would want to make sure that person knows digital marketing well. And if you want to move forward in your career, like head of marketing, senior marketing roles, I think right now it's already writing in the wall, but for sure it would be very, very natural and obviously that digital marketing should be part of your core skill, not just as an information level or a knowledge level. Right, Sushma, does that answer your question?
Yeah, this answers my question. The only one thing I wanted to ask is, see, today, as if I think you're my mentor currently, like, you have started taking my classes. So, a lot of time it happens like, you give me the recording and I'll go through it again and again. And yeah, the question can form in the meantime, questions can come. So do I have the contacts of those people? I can call them again and, ask them?
Okay,
Or
great
how
question.
does it?
No, I got it. So as you shared in live session, you have a question, you can ask me, I can answer it then and there.
Yeah.
Between two live sessions, the way it works, and that works continue even after your program is completed, you will have an exclusive access to a learning management system, LMS, where you will have an access to an exclusive group where you can ask your question. And our team ensures that relevant person answers that question. You will also have an access to one of our course coordinator who is part of our team, a phone number as well. Now, they are not technical people. They may not be able to answer all of your questions, but then they will ensure that they get the answer. Typically, they will ensure that your discussion forum is answered, and many times they can provide you with relevant resource. And that actually works better than if you're, because everything is online. If your classroom is classroom and then you have online, then it becomes even more difficult between two live sessions. So here, given your live sessions are online, and between two live sessions, you have an online support and a telephonic support with a course coordinator, you're always taken care even after your program is completed.
So you're saying in between the live sessions, the person, I can get connected to the person maybe through a chat or something, and the answers will be given.
Yes, and if there is some support you need in terms of the way learning management system works, you want to get clarity on the assignment, then you can speak to my course coordinator. You can call them as well.
Okay, that sounds fine. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Great, guys. It's 4:20. What I'll do is, given there are lots of questions, I think I can answer questions faster if I read your questions and answer it. Right, but you will have to give me some time because your questions are hidden between your other responses as well. Right, so instead of continuing on the microphone, which is likely to take more time, I'm going to read your questions from the beginning. If you have typed your question, you don't worry about typing it again. Right, So I am going from the beginning, and since you had typed in other responses, I will just have to scan through those. So Ajay had asked a question, why should not I pursue direct certification program from Google, Facebook, and similar? Great question, Ajay. As I had shared earlier, if you do the certification, that has a very limited value. You anyways can do it. They are free. Of course, the chances of passing is relatively much lower, but you would largely learn theoretical or conceptual knowledge, and your chances of clearing exam is already low, and you are only learning about that specific platform, right? Google, Facebook are the two areas, or maybe HubSpot inbound marketing. But if you want to learn practically, you want to have a support structure, you want to get assignments, you want to get those evaluated, you want to get placement support, you want to get exclusive certifications like LinkedIn certification is not available anywhere. Those are the reasons why you want to learn through a structured approach, right? And I hope a question about why Digital Vidya would have been answered. Or what I can do is, by the way, guys, this is my request. It will take 2 minutes of your time. I'll shortly give you this poll. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you this link about why Digital Vidya is where today, why CDMM is industry's most recommended certification. And this lists the reasons in a factual form. I can quickly go through it. The first is most comprehensive and industry relevant program because it's created by people with 18 years experience. Most practical program, over 140 hours of live practical sessions delivered by 20 plus experts. You get all the benefits of instructor-led online program, offered in exclusive association with B-Skills, 100% placement support. We are training partner for Google Partners Academy. We are the only company. You get exclusive certification with Facebook and LinkedIn, exclusive research-based remote internship, lifetime access, and digital marketing tools worth over, actually now 80,000 worth free. So those are the reasons why CDMM is today's industry's most respected program. Right, so I'm sharing this blog post link I personally created so that you have the factual details versus I generically saying that we are the best, right? Great. And this is a URL which takes 2 minutes of yours, and it will help us understand how was your experience of today's session, what could we do to make it even better for future sessions, right? Okay, I'm going back to your questions, and let me read all of that, right? These are in responses to what is digital marketing. So I had asked a question and you had responded. What is the path of income in this? So Srichand, as I shared, there are multiple ways. You can be a freelancer. You can offer digital marketing services as an agency. You can build your own business. You can do a full-time or part-time job. So those are the ways you make money by acquiring digital marketing skills. Yes, I hope inbound marketing is clear to you now. Now, these are responses to LinkedIn profile. Okay, these are responses to Faso's question. There was some hidden question. How can make a career path? So I hope, Srichan, it's clear now. Yeah. Oh, Praveen, good to know that you're doing internship with Kardeko. Soumya Jain is my classmate from IIT Delhi. How do we do after? Okay, will we get exclusive certifications? Niket, I hope your question is answered. How many hours of training you provide in specialization modules? I think there are 10 specialization modules, including Facebook marketing course, which is a master certification with Facebook. I think out of over 240 hours, close to, including exercises, somewhere between 60 to 80 hours is going to be specialization modules, right? How can I make career in this path? Okay, Saurabh, I hope it is clear. And I'm not know how much network marketing. So Saurabh, you don't need to know network marketing to be successful in digital marketing. They may use some common behaviors, but they are two different areas. How many years of experience we require to start our own startup? Sarang, you don't need years of experience. I think what you need is skill. Depends upon what you want to do. As a freelancer, you can do it in a few months. You want to run an agency, it would probably take a few years. And depending upon how fast you want to grow, you need to have resources and skills. Duration of which these tools are free, please announce. Okay, so Ajay, different tools have different duration, right? And they start when that respective module begins. And you don't have to worry about the overall duration because typically when you are small, you can do a lot of work without paid tools. And as you grow big, you can gradually increase what you need. So that's typically not a constraint. But The good part is in this program itself, you get access to a lot of paid tools. Niket says, sir, I've done my PG with digital marketing. So if I do PG with digital marketing, will I get good salary? Oh, if you are in marketing, you want to build career in marketing, you don't have a choice. Will this program teach me about web analytics? Sonali, we take 4 weeks, I think 5 weeks alone on web analytics. That is the reason if you see, we don't list 30 modules, 40 modules. For the same content we are teaching, if we were to write, I could write 100 modules, but that's not the point. We know what's required in industry. What are the core areas? How much time should we spend? Like we spend 4 weeks alone on inbound marketing, right? So we could divide that into 20 other modules and all of that, but we don't want to do that. I don't know how to make a website, Ayush. That's a great question. You will learn it here. Sonali, your question about numbers is answered, I believe. Suhasini says, I don't see these jobs very often in paper. So how do you get placement? Good observation, Suhasini. Given it's digital marketing, people don't post these jobs in newspapers. Of course, online sites, you go to Naukri. There are lots of otherwise digital marketing specific job sites, a lot of internship sites. You will see if you search for digital marketing jobs, LinkedIn is probably one of the biggest, right? How will this course help me, Sushba? I hope it is answered. Does WordPress give backend support? Yeah, I used a lot of backend support with some plugins you can get. Of course, very, very customized support you will not get. You will have to use something. Your certification will work in UAE Gulf countries. Salman, great question. Say certification you get in this part of program is LinkedIn, Facebook, Google, HubSpot. All of that are global. But as I shared earlier, what is more important than these certifications is the value you get as a practical experience, right? Otherwise, after India, Dubai is the second largest geography from where we see participation in our programs. Rani says, hi Pradeep, I have a career gap of almost 5 years. I was into marketing and communication. How this will benefit? Great, Rani. I think it significantly increases your chance of coming back into career. Though 5 years is a great gap, but definitely if you want to come back, you would need to come back with something as a great strength of yours. Of course, you may have to look for salary, etc. But of course, depending upon your years of experience, earlier domain knowledge, you may want to use your relationships in that industry. But for sure, I think if you want to get back, definitely this is one of the skills which can help you do that. Is there a recorded package of these sessions that I can subscribe to, Vivek? No, because we can do that, right? So we have recording of every session. But the program, the way it works is you're not just going through the sessions. You're going through the sessions, you have live sessions, you are asking your doubt, you are given an assignment which you submit, you get evaluated, you are prepared through some specific sessions about, say, placement, we connect you with companies, all of that. By the way, I'll share with you this link about our placement cell, how do they work, so that you get a sense about that part as well. So this is a URL created of a video my placement product delivery team had created. Okay, great. Let me go back to the questions. By the way, those who have been able to fill this form, can you just confirm me so that I'm clear that all of you have done that? Anuj says, is digital marketing include technology stuff like programming? Anuj, as I shared, no. Maximum you need to know is HTML and CSS. That will take care. It takes 2 to 4 hours. Praveen says, for many broke college grad teens, drop shipping on Shopify and affiliate marketing has come out as a boon. So what will make you choose Digital Vidya at the cost when I can have a free course online? Yeah, so Praveen, you have tons of freely available, good quality content online and freely available. But the value of this program is not about the content, as I shared earlier, right? It's the structure of this program where you get access to 15 industry experts, you're given assignments, you are evaluated, you are confident what you are learning is latest, what's needed in the industry, right? Otherwise, not just digital marketing, I think any area. If you say, why should I go to a college and do MBA when the content which is taught in MBA could be available online, right? I hope it answered your question. I'm open to attend classes daily. Do you conduct all classes 5 days a week? No, I think Arvind, you are right. because you need to go through assignments and exercises. It takes time to absorb, do, and evaluate. That's why we take at least 3 months minimum, because the scope is really, really wide. Otherwise, for us, if it can happen in 1 month, it would be better, but that does not make sense. Can we do digital marketing and other things simultaneously? I don't know, Mohammed Atul, what do you mean by other things? But of course, the good part is digital marketing can be executed remotely. That's the advantage of being in digital marketing. How can this help entrepreneurs? Ajay says, Ajay, for any entrepreneur, customer acquisition is the biggest and most important skill, and that's what digital marketing helps you do. But it alone won't make you successful, but it significantly increases your chance of being successful. Akrishi says, as working professional, I would like to know about the timing for the batch and also how often do you. So Akrishi, you can speak to my colleague there. I've shared all the details. Any specific further details you need, you can ask my colleague. Otherwise, yeah, this screen, let me open this so that you have again the specific details of the batches as well, right? Okay. Now, Gaurav, yes, you can do that. You can speak to my colleague. They'll be happy to take care of your registration and participation. Prijita, after join, can I get recorded video? Yeah, Prijita, if you miss a session, you get recording of every session, even if you have attended. Nidhi, I've already answered your question. Yes, Prijita, you can do that. I can log into my LinkedIn, but cannot connect it to Digital Vidya. So Sonali, just try it later. You should be able to. What if you miss online session? You get recording of every session, Mehul. Yes, Runjum, you can speak to my colleagues. They'll be happy to share their details. Bhushan says, hello, sir. I have 11 years of experience working as an administrative assistant and thinking of changing my domain to digital marketing. Do you think pursuing digital marketing is a good option? So, Bhushan, after 11 years in an area which is not related to digital marketing, if you try to position yourself as a digital marketer, you will be still a fresher. And the salary I have shared. So, I'm assuming you have good salary. So, immediately switching won't make sense. Instead, you can look at other benefits, which includes build and grow your personal brand, may want to do freelancing, or if you have an entrepreneurial dream, you can then do that. Or within your organization, see if you can expand your profile, right? Arvind says, I have a gap of 5 years in marketing career and after almost 8 years in the field, would I be able to come back? So I think if you are in marketing, want to come back, digital marketing is the skill which is critical. I think if you don't acquire, then I don't think there is any chance of you coming back. I think it's reasonably possible. But as I had shared earlier, typically with your years of experience, your domain knowledge is important, and you should be able to leverage your network as well. And also, good thing about this area is you learn how to leverage LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. So a lot of our participants, without any support from us, have been able to cross their career barriers, including going outside India. Runjum says, I'm a marketing professional with a cruise company since 3 years. I'm able to do Google AdWords, etc., but they are not optimized enough. Want to enhance my skills? Absolutely, Runjum. That's the whole idea of going through a structured approach like this. Niti says, still thinking, will this course help me fetching work from home? I'm not from IT. You don't need to be from IT, Niti. You need to have an aptitude to understand customers and reach out to them. That's what is more needed. Yamini says, I have 4 years of experience in IT, is completely changing my domain to digital marketing. Good option. So Yamini, if you are from programming technology, then you should look at technology marketing, techno marketing. Those are the areas like inbound marketing where you connect multiple areas together. Guys, it's already 4:35. There are still more questions. I'll move a little faster, but I want to extend the time by a bit. And I hope you would want to stay to get those answers. Sushma says, normally an external agency will be, oh yeah, Sushma, I hope your question is answered. Ajay says, since my mic is not working, I would like to ask a question here. In case we are planning to launch a portal, does it make more sense to first understand digital marketing and then start working on the website, or vice versa? Also, you create your website, of course, while you're doing your website creation, your knowledge about digital marketing is going to help, especially about SEO, because the choice of content, the way the website is structured, SEO is a critical element. You should be knowing that. But after that, I think promotion, etc., even if you don't know everything in digital marketing, that's fine. So basics of SEO is very, very important when you're building a website. Guru Kamal says, are these certifications cover all over India or it can be rejected? Oh yeah, don't worry about certifications, Guru Kamal. They are valid across the world, but more important than those is your experience you get here. Arvind says, will this course help me identifying what I'm good at and help me in my future career? Arvind, I hope your earlier question is answered, right? Nidhi says, I have my stitching unit doing job work for manufacturers for ladies kurtis. Got it, Nidhi. I think if you're good in, aptitude for marketing, you can work from home. Sarang says, how many years of experience we have to require for start our own startup? So as I shared, you don't need any years of experience. I'll tell you one thing very interesting. Someone who heads digital marketing in Digital Vidya is not even a graduate, right? So that's because it's all about passion, commitment. Gokul says, are you guys providing with placement for those who are doing Digital Vidya course? Right now, I've joined for internship in a firm for 2-3 months, but I won't be able to join that after internship. Yeah, absolutely. We have a placement cell, Gokul. I've already shared the video about what they do. We have a placement brochure. You can ask my team as well. Subin says, how will it be trained in AdWords, social media? I mean, practical. You will be doing live campaigns, right? Your certificates are accepted. Yeah, that I've already shared. Ayush says, how do you start a journey as an entrepreneur through your course? So Ayush, as I shared, digital marketing is critical skill, but not the only skill for you to be an entrepreneur. You have to think about what problem are you solving, and to solve that problem, what product or service you're going to offer. Now, how to acquire customers, build brands, generate leads, that all comes under the purview of digital marketing. So that is one of the critical skills, right? Please talk about the accreditations. I've already shared Guru Kamal. You get LinkedIn, Facebook, Google, HubSpot, vSkills, and Digital Vidya. How much money can I earn? It's a function of the services you offer. Where are your client? What kind of companies are you doing as an individual, as a group of people, or as an agency? But I want to share something, I don't want to give you any rosy picture. A lot of people fall for earn lakhs of rupees in weeks. Now, of course, there are exceptional people who have been able to do that too, typically after years of experience, earning lakhs of rupees a month. So it takes time, it takes patience. You will have to learn everything. Don't get, unrealistic expectations that learning digital marketing and within few weeks you are earning lakhs of rupees. If it were that easy, rather than we teaching someone to do that, we would have hired people and have them become our employees, right? Nidhi says, can creative housewives make career in creative marketing? A good question. So you mentioned creative, and it is creative for sure. You can do that. Since you will conduct online classes, in case at some point we face difficulties, as I've already shared, you have access to our learning management system, exclusive group, and access to our course coordinator on the phone. Sarang says, sir, I've done my MBA in marketing. Is it helpful to grow in my career? Sarang, you don't have a choice but to learn digital marketing if you want to build a career in marketing, because marketing without digital marketing is useless today. Sushma says content creation is difficult as it's creative. How do you teach it? So Sushma, of course, not all soft skills could be taught. We share with you what are the guidelines, what are the basic practices, best practices, some elements of content, but content creation, if you're weak at, that should be done by someone else, and you choose your focus areas based on your strengths. As I shared earlier, if you're creating creative writing, social media as well, if you're bad in that, then SEO, SEM are better. Search marketing would be better, right? Can I get a job in foreign by digital marketing? Yes, you can. Can I get recorded series of this session via link? Sonu, by the way, will be sharing with you recording of this session. All of you will get that. So does digital marketing has edge over MBA in marketing? No. So it's not one or two. So my suggestion is, if you can get MBA in good MBA college, you should do that. Now, if you get an MBA in an ordinary college, then you should make a choice. Rather than spending 2 years, lakhs of rupees, it's better you do 6 months digital marketing certification program. And if you go to MBA in good college, even then, if you want to build career in marketing, digital marketing is important. And I'm sharing with you based on our experience with even IIM graduates who are part of our program, right? Vinod says, sir, is Google certificate must to do business as a freelancer? No, it's not must. What if we miss live sessions and assignments delayed due to working environment? So you will get more time, you can cover it later, there is a lot of flexibility. And if you miss a live session, you get a recording of every session. If a parallel session is going on, you can attend it live as well. Can I get the recorded session of this session? Yes, you will get that. Sonu, as I shared. Sarang, is it beneficial to do this course by doing any other job? I don't know what you mean by that, Sarang, but It depends. If you want to build career in digital marketing, this is the best time. Nidhi, I hope your question is answered. Is there any time foundation to finish the course? What if assignments are not? So we give you flexibility, extending your time a bit. Right. So typically, if it's a 6 months, 8, 9 months, you have. Somita says, I had a gap of 3 years, but reinstated my career with a digital marketing agency. But I am very new in this zone. How can this certification upscale? Absolutely. The answer lies in your question, Sumita. If you are in digital marketing agency, you want to do well, you want to grow faster, the earlier you acquire digital marketing skills, the better it is. How can we do digital marketing as an employee in real estate? So real estate target audience, which includes people who can buy property, are on mediums like Facebook, Google. So digital marketing is very, very important, right? So Harsh, as I shared, Google certification alone will not help you because that tests your knowledge, that too very, very superficial and theoretical knowledge. Campaigns through digital media platforms or through our platform. So Subin, you will use, social media channels, you will use live tools, you will create your own website, you will create your own domain. Some of that could be done on social media, some of that could be on Google AdWords campaigns. You will need to spend few hundred rupees to do that. What kind of clients in digital marketing? So today digital marketing is used by almost every kind of company. So that's why the clients could across geographies and across industries. Yes, Sumita, that is there. My colleague would be happy to share those details and you can take care of your registration. Thank you very much. Thanks for the informative session. You have to exit. Sure, Ajay, glad that you found it useful. Harsh says, sir, I'm pursuing MBA with marketing specialization and I did not do BTech. So would you please tell me that will it be difficult for me to job as a digital marketer? Harsh, as I shared, you don't need to know programming. You don't need to be a programmer, right? So MBA in marketing and digital marketing, great combination. Even if you are not graduate, I would suggest if you want to build a career in digital marketing. Yeah, you're most welcome, Nidhi. Guys, I hope I've been able to answer all your questions. If you still have a question, I'll wait for another minute. Otherwise, thank you for staying on. I hope you're going back with a lot of actionable takeaways and really looking forward to welcoming you in this exciting journey. Wish you a great day, wish you a great week, and most important, wish you a great career or business growth ahead. Remember, 7 p.m. is the time if you want to get access to the mobile app marketing course, and wish you lots of success ahead. Thank you, guys, and we'll be sharing with you the recording of today's session as well. Yeah, you're welcome, Arvind, Sumita, Guru Kamal, Rani. You're most welcome. Glad that you found this session useful. And it is a function of your participation, right? Welcome, Sushba. Take care. I'm formally closing this session now. Bye-bye.